there's an upside and a downside to it. I feel like I've given so many years and I learned a lot. And I earned enough to be financially independent in a city like Bombay, and today to be able to choose what kind of work I do. I think that privilege television gave me. It also gave me popularity and sort of put me in the center of things as far as TV was concerned at that time. I think Indians are very aware of our politics, whether it's regional or at the center. We know, and rightly so, we should, because we're all voting citizens and we're the largest democracy. But I don't think that I can sit and virtue signal and I can be like, oh, but this is wrong, you can't be like this. I do think nothing is apolitical. Everything is political.
Hello Kritika, welcome to Bollywood Bubble. And how are you doing? How's everything going with you?
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Everything is good. I'm excited. I'm nervous. We're like very close to the Tandav release. So mixed feelings.
So speaking of Tandav, it's about to release shortly on Amazon Prime. So I would want you to tell us that as to how did this project come to you and at what stage did it come to you?
So this came to me in 2019. We actually finished shooting for this show in December 2019. And months before that, I got a call from the casting agency, Casting Bay. And they called me to audition for this part. I knew nothing about it. I only had read those 2 pages that were given to me, the scenes that I was supposed to perform. And I did that. And then there was another round of auditions. And then I had a few meetings. I met Ali, I got the bound script, I read it, and I thought the writing was just riveting. So, I wanted to instantly be a part of this because Ali Abbas Zafar was making this show. It's an Amazon original. The script was so good. And then slowly I got to know who's playing who, and the cast just got bigger and bigger and bigger. So it ticked all the boxes for me.
And you play a political science student in this series who wants to explore journalism as a career. So, as a part of your preps, for this character, did you get to do any in-depth study of different political science theories or something else that you kind of prepared for this part?
So she's politically active. I think I'm also sort of aware of what's happening around us generally. Thanks to social media, I think I am kind of like, I know how it works, and I've also studied political science in school. So I know the basics. I understood what her ideology is. I understood where she comes from and why she believes in what she believes in. But apart from that, there was no research as such. It's a very well written character. There was everything in the script. So there was no, since it's not based on any real person, there was no reference or somebody I could observe or learn from. It was just that I just tried to empathize with the character and just be in that situation, just be. Yeah.
Okay. And you mentioned that you yourself have studied political science, and then you mentioned this one thing that empathizing with this character. So while empathizing with this character, did you kind of travel back in time to bring back those memories of you being the political science student or something like that?
No, this character Sana Amir is very different from me. And everything that she's experiencing in her life in the show, I have not experienced. So there was no relatability factor as such. It's very different from, there are certain human emotions that of course you can connect with. So that's why you can empathize with the character. You can probably imagine what it would be like, she comes from Kashmir, she's studying in Delhi, she has a difficult past. So you can kind of try to understand these things, but there is no direct relation. So it would be unfair to say that I could totally feel what she was feeling. There was no going back. The only part was we shot a lot at the university. I've also studied in Delhi. So just going back to Delhi, shooting there, being on a college campus, that did bring some memories back. But as far as the character is concerned, there is just nothing in common.
Okay. And moving further, people like us who are living in the cosmopolitans or the metros, we come with certain privileges in our lives. हो सकता है मेरे privilege आपके privilege से अलग हो, but there's a healthy presence of it in all our lives. It's only when we get to know about the lesser privileged people, the cracks in our conditioning, they start appearing. So talking in that context, while you were executing this character, while you were portraying this character, what was some of those conditioning that this character of Sana Amir helped you break through and see things in new light?
That's what I'm saying. I think the thing with privilege is that you can be aware of it, and you're born with it, a lot of them. And so, I mean, it's not something that it just makes you more empathetic. I think if you're aware of it, if you're aware of what you have, what you're fortunate with, what other people don't have, I think last year has been such a time in all our lives that has shown us very clearly those cracks that you talk about. And, again, for this character also, that's what I'm saying, to be in a state that is not your home state, to struggle with a difficult past, to also look after her family, and yet have a presence in the college and have her own personal ambition. There was a lot going on in her life, and I can only empathize and feel for her, for somebody like her who goes through those many struggles and is out there in a different city, trying to make a life. So that did it. I mean, it did bring me a little. It did make me feel a lot more for somebody like this.
Okay. And you mentioned this one thing that empathy makes you aware of whatever is happening around you. I know
the other way around. If you're aware of what's happening, and if you're aware of your privileges, I think that you do become empathetic, and that's the thing, right? I mean, that is what we have to also sort of strive to do.
So there are a lot of people who choose to stay apolitical in times of turmoil, and I mean this doesn't come from the place of being aware. It's like it's their stand, to not to speak on any specific matter in general. So do you think that staying apolitical in times of upheaval or political crisis, it's kind of a privilege, and it denotes a general lack of empathy when it comes to any artist?
That's a very broad statement, I think, but I can only talk about myself. I think that it's personal. I think that it's a choice that we make. I choose to be vocal about certain things, and of course, it's selective. I'm not going to be able to talk about everything. Also, I understand that. Of course, there'll be things that will probably affect me more, and I'm going to have my own biases. And similarly, somebody else could have their opinions and choose to put them out or not put them out. I don't think that I can sit and virtue signal and I can be like, oh, but this is wrong. You can't be like this. I do think nothing is apolitical. Mm-hmm. Everything is political. And but it's like I said, it's a personal thing for me. I don't think I can lecture anybody on what they should do and what they should not do.
एंड एक ऐसी सोसाइटी जहाँ पे इम्प्रूवमेंट का बहुत ज्यादा स्कोप है. सो आई वुड वांट यू टू टॉक थ्रू योर कैरेक्टर दैट व्हाट्स द रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन a student and political activism, and what role does it play in a society that needs huge improvement?
I can't talk much about this character without giving away the story, which I don't want to do, because it is very complex and very layered, and this is a big part of her life. What you said, just her campus politics. It is. I mean, in a country like ours, we're essentially a political people. I think Indians are very aware of our politics, whether it's regional or at the center. We know, and rightly so. We should, because we're all voting citizens and we're the largest democracy. So I feel like some of our big leaders have come from university politics also, and you've seen how active. I've studied in Delhi, so I know how active and aggressive it is, and how it influences the youth of the country. And we are a young democracy also, so I feel like the youth that participate, and it's also a very Delhi thing. I think that Delhi is more inclined towards political activism, or just being more aware and involved in politics. I think it's a more very Delhi thing. Yeah, it just touches you more in life, in everyday life. Like, it does touch you everywhere in every single aspect, but I feel like sometimes being away, you can still put it away. But I think Delhi is the heart of which is where the show is also based, of course, because it is about politics. So the influence is interesting. I think the show explores this very well. How it so maybe you should watch the show to kind of it's a fictional story, of course, but it does kind of depict how influential university politics can be to the national politics, and what happens when they sort of when there's an amalgamation. So yeah.
And TV industry, it's a it's an extremely mechanical space when it comes to churning out the content. I mean, job stress and nerve-wracking deadlines are something that are common to everyone who are involved in this project. Now, you got involved with the TV at a very young age. So, how did this shape you as an artist? Surrendering yourself to such a stressful job at such an early age. How did it shape you as a person and as an artist?
Some of our big leaders have come from university politics also, and you've seen how active. I've studied in Delhi, so I know how active and aggressive it is, and how it influences the youth of the country. And we are a young democracy also. Sometimes I feel it feels surreal. I don't know how I did it. I don't know how, but I started acting when I was 18. We used to shoot day and night. I think a few years of my life are a blur, because I was only going to sets and coming back. In fact, you don't even know what you're putting out and how people are responding to it. I mean, now of course with social media and everything, it's much more. It was there even then, but now it's more direct interaction with people. But it was just, you live in a bubble, and that becomes your life, and you're going to set every day. And I think at that age I could also do it because I was passionate. I am still very passionate about it. I discovered that I want to act after I started acting. So it was also new and fascinating for me that the hours never mattered, the work never mattered. I literally was running on fumes, I think, not sleeping and all that. TV is a very difficult medium. But now I realize that there's an upside and a downside to it. I feel like I've given so many years and I learned a lot, and I earned enough to be financially independent in a city like Bombay, and today to be able to choose what kind of work I do. I think that privilege television gave me. It also gave me popularity and sort of put me in the center of things as far as TV was concerned at that time. So a lot I've gained a lot, but a lot of unlearning also needs to happen with it, because like you said, it is a mechanical medium, and if you go and do and you need to be physically, mentally, emotionally available as an actor. So it does drain you. And that's why I take long breaks, and I have taken a long time off. And now I try to space things out, because that unlearning is as important as the learning.
And in the past 1 or 2 years, more than that actually, we have seen student activists, they taking a center stage in our national politics also. So in a politically charged environment like ours, when you introduce a show like Tandav, which may be fictional, but it has strong relatability factors of what all is going around. It's like George Orwell's 1984 book. Everything is like a prophecy; it's coming all true. So what repercussions does it have when you place a show like Tandav in a highly politically charged environment?
I hope there are no repercussions. I mean, it'll be an interesting watch, if anything. Like you said, it is, because it's fictional. The characters, the situations, the drama that's happening, it's absolutely fictional. Because you understand how politics works, because you know these themes, you will find it, believable. And it is relevant, because and like any political show should be, it should be relevant. Otherwise, what's the point of saying something?
Yeah.
So that it is. I don't think that there should be any repercussions, or I mean, it should just make for an interesting watch. And we're yet to find out. We'll find out once it comes out.
Mm-hmm. And how would you sum up Gaurav Solanki's writing in Tandav? If you could sum it up in a line or something.
It blew me away when I read it, and it wasn't an easy read, let me tell you. It was because a lot is going on. It's just very power-packed, and Gaurav also does very measured dialogue. There are some great lines that you must have seen in the trailer. Also, there are many more in the show. So I was very, very impressed, and instantly wanted to be a part of something like this.
And lastly, making your digital debut with a show like Tandav, which is a political thriller, were there any risk analysis that you did before taking up the project? If yes, what were the key highlights of that risk analysis, if you could tell us?
I do this, actually. I do this. I'm very, I won't shy away from it. I'm very picky, choosy about what I want to do. I think I've become even more choosy, and I did take my time to make this transition to web. I wanted to do it with the right kind of project. it ticked all the boxes for me. Like I said, I really liked the writing, the fact that Ali Abbas Zafar was making it. When I've seen his films, his messaging, his scale, it's all, basically Tandav is like a big film in 9 parts, in 9 episodes. So what's there to not like about it, And then look at the actors, look at the cast. I mean, big cast. Everybody is so well cast in their characters, and just to be able to watch some of them perform up close, even that was really good. I met some great people. I made some friends. It was a very good shooting experience, in Delhi, as far as even the production was concerned. So looking back, I think it's safe to say that I made a good choice and it ticked all the boxes. And now it all depends on what people think of it. And I really, really hope that I live up to the character that was written.
Okay. So with that, we have reached the end of this conversation. I would like you to tell us if there's something, if there's any question that I may have missed asking and something that you would have loved.
No, I just want to tell you that this was a lovely conversation, probably one of the best I've had. Thank you so much, Akshay, for asking questions that are fun to answer and that give an insight into the show and me as a person. So thank you for that.
Thank you so much. And on that note, I wish you all the best for Tandav and all of you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.